Okay, folks, it's Kim Willis again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for this mini lesson, I'm going to show you how to set up your Facebook profile. So I'm open here now at my, with my account, and I'll just click on Update Info. So you go to your wall, click Update Info, Details about you. Okay, this is my profile, all right? Now, you'll notice on this profile that I'm not talking about business. And basically, it's about me. I'm actually going to update this soon because I've created a newer version, on my blog. And so what I'm going to do is transport the new content on. Do you like that headline? Pitch Bitch gave me the itch. That got a lot of comments. Here it is here. 33 things you didn't know about me. I haven't, although I've published this, I haven't, it's an old photo by the way. Although I've published this, I haven't quite, I need to do a little bit more work on it. So I don't just like talking about myself, so I want to give people a takeout if they go to this particular page. But it's an expanded list. It's 34 things that you didn't know about me. It says 33, so I've got to change that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this new content from here, and I'm going to bring it into my Facebook profile page. So, I mean, this isn't the only way you can create, an about you page, but I don't like, particularly when we're talking about your personal Facebook profile, I don't like, pitching business too much. That's to me is a fast way to lose people. All right. You can do that more on your fan page if you've got a fan page. But for your personal page, your personal profile, make it interesting, make it sort of maybe a little bit fun, a little bit humorous. You want to convey to people that you are an interesting person and a person that they might like to get to know a bit more. And so, the method that I've used is, what happened there? Oh, yeah, I clicked the wrong thing. Damn it. Here we are, back again. So I've just taken this approach. You could do the same sort of thing, but perhaps not in point form. You just write some paragraph text, But I've tried to inject a bit of humor in here. I love French food, but I also eat healthy. Go figure. See, adding a couple of words like that. Go figure. Might put a wry smile on someone's face. I love the movies, but rarely watch them. Well, that's not quite true. I do actually watch a lot of movies, but that's from home. But what I meant to say was that I love going to the movies. I like the whole experience of going out and going to the movies. And I since my wife died, I just don't do that. I drink wine, but only a few times a week. I'm not much good at anything except marketing. I'm hopeless around the house, and I don't have a shed. My oldest son is a vegetarian. My youngest is a carnivore. Right? Both sons are atheists. Me, I haven't got a clue. Scariest words in the English language. I'm from the government, and I'm here to help you. I'm not a climate skeptic. Everyone knows we have a climate. See, so I think it's sort of amusing. Not everybody will agree, but I think enough people who see it will say this guy's a little bit different, and that's what you want. To say that the science is settled in regards to global warming is like saying the Pope is God's divine representative on Earth. He may be, but how can we be sure? I like tennis mainly because my sons play it. I love jazz, African, and I just scrolled over. I'll leave that there. Oh yeah, African Latin music. Not sure why. My late wife had a love-hate relationship with me. Sometimes she hated me, other times she loved to hate me. I still miss her. I never listened to commercial radio, something to do with aversion to crassness. I love women, but they don't love me. Not sure why. Official joke, right? I'm liberal on most social issues, but a rabid free market guy on economic issues. In essence, I'm a libertarian. I'm at the point in life where confusion reigns and absolute certainty is the preserve of egomaniacs and politicians. One and the same thing, eh? I made up half of what I wrote. Your challenge is to figure out which half. Yeah. Well, actually, I didn't make up half of it. It pretty much describes me. Now, the modifications that I'm doing, I'll just give you a couple of tips here that you may find useful. What I hadn't done is to tell people a little bit about my background. So I've added this one. I was born and raised in Brisbane, Australia, and haven't been back since November 2013. So say something about, your background in terms of where you lived, where you were born, that sort of thing. I was hopeless at school. I even flunked recess. There's my warped sense of humour. I'm known for a warped sense of humour. I get accused of having one quite regularly. I'm an only child. I started playing jazz guitar when I was 13 and up 25-year break from it. Started playing again in 2013. I practice my scales and arpeggio, whatever it is, every day. I can do it, but I can't read it. I can actually do the arpeggios, but I can't say the word properly. I now travel a lot, but so this is updated because when I wrote the Facebook one, I hadn't been doing much traveling. I now travel a lot, but rather than flit from one country to another, I like to immerse myself in the local community of a foreign country for at least 6 months at a time. Before 2010, I hadn't been overseas for 22 years. Something about my business, because I don't want people to think that I've always been successful. In fact, I haven't been. You can see that there. People ask, when are you coming back to Australia? My standard response is, when I feel like it. They think that Australia is the best country in the world, so I can't understand why someone wouldn't return. Well, apart from coming back for a holiday, I have no current desire to live there. My wife died after a long illness, still recovering. French food, nothing new there. So I just added a few more personalization points, which I think will also help to perhaps draw people a little bit closer to me. What else? I do now, with this updated profile, I'm now saying something about my current livelihood. I'm now an internet marketer, selling products online in return for commissions. Yes, I am a commission whore. I couldn't resist it. My mum died in 2013, and when my sons told me they wanted to live in Asia, I thought I would do the same because I was sick of being lonely. I'm hopeless around the house. So I give something. I wanted to give something of myself. I didn't want to make it totally humorous. I wanted to make it a little bit personal, and so that I don't hide behind a mask. I try and give something of myself, if you know what I mean. Here's another one. This is another new one. I come from a long line of introverts, but love to talk to people. Go figure. I don't have any tattoos. I don't like them, but I'm quite happy to have friends who have tattoos. That's fine. Nothing else new there. This one here where I said on my existing Facebook profile, I said about my late wife had a love-hate relationship with me. Sometimes she hated me, other times she loved to hate me. Now I've added these words. That's a joke, of course. People that think that it was true. Oh, goodness. This one here is also alludes to the commercial side of things, to the business side of things. This is a new one. Although I made my first real money selling insurance as a young guy, the reality is that I'm not much of a salesman, which is a fact. Another new one I've added. I love having good conversations with people of like mind. Here's another business-oriented item, which is new. My favorite activity is blogging. expressing myself through the written words. That's me. You've got to make yours pertinent to you. So if you're not a blogger and you don't ever see yourself being a blogger, well, write something else that's unique to you. Um, I love women, but they don't love me. Not sure why. Official joke. That's Oh yeah, this last one I think is important because I want to get the message out to people that it's not so much about the money. It's really about living a better life. That's the reason why I do what I do. I used to be into nice, homes and all of that sort of stuff. Cars, I had Porsche, motor cars, and all of that. Now I don't really care that much about it. Financial security is important, don't get me wrong, but I'm not addicted to accumulating material possessions and doing the whole status thing anymore. I'm past that, right? And that's a message that I want to get out to people because if they can release themselves from that way of thinking, it's like an enormous weight, taken off their shoulders, for sure. And then they can work, I think they can work at a higher level because they're not just pursuing dollars for material reasons alone. They're pursuing dollars for freedom reasons. They're more attuned to freedom, building up, assets or building up positive cash flow streams, income streams, etc. Giving back, helping people who are less fortunate themselves. To me, that's really where it's at. So this last point here, I decided to put that in, and this will also be added to my Facebook profile as soon as I refine these a little bit more. Then I'll load them up to my Facebook profile. So I'm right in the middle of it, but rather than wait before I've made the changes to my Facebook page, I just decided I wanted to record this lesson now and just give you an idea of the sort of thinking that you need to embrace when it comes to creating a profile. Best thing I ever did was to simplify my life. I now live simply and have lost all interest in keeping up with the Jones by accumulating material possessions. I think I should remove that comma. There shouldn't be a pause. So really, all of these points here are unique to me. All right, pretty much so. But what you should do is take on board the thinking. That's what I really want you to do, is take on board the thinking that you need to have in order to create an interesting profile for yourself. So, as I say, you can do it in point form like that. You can do it in paragraph form. It's up to you. I think it's probably easier for people to read just the bullet points or the numbered points. But if you want to do it another way, that's fine. But share something of yourself. Try and make it humorous if you can, a little bit fun, so that it sends people the right signals. That you're the sort of person that's perhaps interesting. Maybe they think of you as being a fun person. And above all, you're the sort of person that they would like to get to know. Okay? So that to me is the way to do a profile. Another thing that you'll notice is that I've got a header here that I've had created. I paid somebody $10 to create this header. Quite simple, really. It's just an image with some text, with an overlay of text. Okay. Don't walk behind. So there's nothing here about hard sell, about business. Down the don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. It's from a guy called Albert Camus. And then I've got on here, let's make friends. Okay. So that's basically it. Let me just go back to my timeline. Okay, I'm going to do some work. I don't know who this guy is. I think he's a new friend. Okay, He's in Anaheim. That's where Disneyland is located, Anaheim, California. All right. The issue of creating content for your posts, your Facebook activity, is a separate issue, and I'll deal with that in a, on a separate video. Now, what I did have here before was something on the left-hand side, something which alluded to, you know, the primary program that I promote. I've removed that now. I don't want that on my personal profile. Okay, there's a few points there that I'm sure you'll find helpful. Now let me just go over to the fan page. Now you don't have to have a fan page. In fact, if you're a newbie, I'd say don't even bother with it. Don't even bother with it. It's too much like hard work. But once you get to a certain point, you may decide to have a fan page, as I have done. I haven't been that active on my fan page until quite recently. But I noticed now that this morning that the number of fans that I've got has increased. We've broken through the 5,400 barrier. Now, there are lots of people, internet gurus and people like that, that have vastly more fans than me. There's one that I can think of, Michelle Pesco-Solido. She's got more than 50,000 fans now. But she's built them up over many years, whereas I'm a recent convert to the cause, if you like. But certainly what I have noticed is that I'm getting more engagement now with my activities on my fan page. I wasn't getting much before. And well, that's great. And I was up here, I haven't checked this since last night, but I've got 86 things that have been happening overnight. You see? So people liking. On it goes. There's one there that seems to like everything I do. Goodness. I don't know what that's about. Oh my God, I think we've got a nutter on our hands. That doesn't happen very often. I wouldn't worry about that. I certainly won't. Yeah, so, but anyway, apart from that, the name is Cheryl, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting more engagement, but that's really to do with content. But once people come to your fan page, all right, you need to create some sort of an impression. So they're probably going to click on the About page, aren't they? All right. Now here it is. I don't have that sort of whimsical little bio thing, the numbered point bio. Here it's just straight down to the business side of it. Author and coach. I am an author. I have written a book. Yes. It's only a 60-page book, but still it's a book. Author and coach, teaching home-based business owners and network marketers how to leverage the internet to generate daily traffic and leads. I'm not talking about my primary business. I don't want to hit people over the head with that, because I just think it's sort of old hat. I don't think it works very well anyway. So yeah, it's just very simple, to the point. I do have a little bit of information if they want to see what I'm, what sort of person I am personally. Travel, tennis, movies, good food and wine, jazz and R&B music. There it is again. So that's all I do there. You may want to do something more fancy. You may want to, write out a much broader description, and perhaps I should do that. But to me, the main thing, assuming you've got, a nice header. I've had this one designed. I call myself the Warm Market King. Even if, I generate leads in the cold market, my objective is always to convert the best leads into warm leads as quickly as possible. So I use just about every technique in the book to do that. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it. Now there is a bit of a flaw with this header. Some of the text has been obscured by Facebook, and perhaps what I should do is get the artist or get the designer to create a new version, and whereby she moves the text up a bit, maybe puts it on towards the top of the header there, and that should fit should work out quite well. But I haven't done that, have I? So I've got my blog site there. I don't have a lead capture page link. I've just decided I want to send them to my blog because my blog is strong. I've got a lot of content there, new content coming through every week. I am a blogger and I like it. I enjoy it. I know that a lot of people don't like the idea of blogging. They don't like the idea of creating content and writing and all the rest of it, but I do, and I don't apologize for it. But I don't say that everybody should do it. You've got to be ready for it, you know. And for the first 12 months as a home-based business marketer, I didn't have a blog. I didn't do any of that sort of stuff. It was only after I read Mike Dillard's book, Magnetic Sponsoring, that I had a change of thought, a change of attitude about it, okay? Now, tabs, lucrative system. All right, what have we got here? Okay, I do have a lead capture page here, okay? So this is a free video reveals my most lucrative business and training systems that turns cold leads into warm buyers and hot prospects. Okay, so people click on that, and they put in their primary email, and then they're taken to a video, all right? And a video that you have probably seen before, okay? But so the only thing that is different is that the wording, the capture page is unique to me because I've created my own capture page because I wanted to brand it for me. But you could use more of a standard template and do it that way and just use that. But you'd probably need to engage somebody on Odesk or Fiverr, fiverr.com, to create a custom tab for you if you wanted to have your own fan page. Because you need more than just a header. You really need to have, I would say, a minimum of one tab, okay, one good tab. I've also got a photos tab, the about tab, the timeline, of course, and over here I think I've got a YouTube feed, but I'm thinking of, YouTube videos. There's a free training tab as well, but I'm thinking of disengaging the YouTube feed, because when I put a video up on YouTube, it comes through automatically onto my fan page timeline, and without me being given the opportunity to embellish, to write some text to describe what that video is about. Okay, I can always come and do it subsequently, but I may not even get to that video for many hours. Meanwhile, perhaps quite a number of people have seen that video without any explanatory text. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm going to stop that and and just decide which videos I will put up here and when I will put them up. All right, so that just gives you a little bit of an idea about a fan page. But as I say, if you're new or you're fairly new and you haven't actually made any money yet, I don't think you probably need a fan page unless you've got somebody that you can rely on who will set it up for you, because it'll be quite a distraction. And whenever you create one of these funnels, you've then got to create content for it. And content is a big issue, and it's a big problem for a lot of people. Being able to do what I do, most people couldn't do it, because I'm relentless when it comes to content creation. See, this one here, 15 hours ago. Okay, that was the last one. That was last night. All right. So I'm recording this on a Sunday. All right, I have a lazy day on Sunday. I usually don't put up any content until maybe, Sunday evening or something like that. But you, you check my fan page anytime you like, any day, and chances are there will be some recent content. And usually it won't be 15 hours ago. Usually it'll be like 5 hours ago, or 10 minutes ago, or 6 hours ago, or something like that. Usually, right? So if you look at yesterday, what went up on my wall yesterday? We had that one, this post. See, 15 hours ago, 17 hours ago. That was still yesterday. That was still Saturday. This was a reposting of someone else's content, right, about minimalist lifestyle, which is something that I'm basically into now. So that's an easy way to get content. If you see something interesting that somebody else has posted, share it. And that's all I've done. I've just shared it and give him the credit. I don't mind. I'm not selfish. It all comes back because it enhances my followers' experience. So even if I do share someone else's content, and that someone else may even be a competitor, it doesn't matter. I put my followers' needs above mine because I know mine will be served ultimately anyway. Okay, but all of this happened yesterday. You see, so that is an issue for most people. It's all very well creating a structure and doing a fan page and doing the work you need to do on your personal profile. Let's go back there. And but if you haven't got a way to create regular content, you're going to find the whole social media campaign to be frustrating and pointless. And that's what I want to talk about on the next video. All right, Kim Willis, bye for now.